We've got a new update on In a Violent Nature 2, some new looks at Spider-Man Noir, and some more Scream 7 updates to talk about here on the February 10th edition of Movie News Daily. Let's get into it. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Movies, where you can see all kind of movie and TV show talk with me, JC, especially within the horror, superhero, and comedy genres. If those are up your alley, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Come along with us here. Let's talk some movies together. Continuing to cover Scream in the lead up to Scream 7. Definitely covering slashers a ton. So be sure to subscribe here if you're into any of that type of stuff. And you can help me out also while you're in here just by hitting that like button, giving this video a thumbs up. Helps it hit that crazy YouTube algorithm, helps it find other movie and TV show fans like you and me. And with that out of the way, we're going to get it set to dive into the February 10th edition of Movie News Daily as I continue to bring movie news updates here every Monday through Friday on the channel here on JC's Movies. So let's see what we got today. Let's leave it off with this bloody disgusting tweet sharing a Variety report on the sequel to In a Violent Nature. I know that was an interesting, take on a horror movie, just kind of in the killer's POV the entire time, and some people liked it, some people didn't. I was a little bit more on the fence, I think, than most were, but I'm up to check out another one here in a Violent Nature 2, which is now in post-production according to Variety. And then we get a synopsis here. In the second film, Johnny heads to a summer camp where he crosses paths with a young outcast camper who is forced to spend the night with his counselor's sister and her friends at their end of season party. And then we get the picture here, which I guess this is going to be the new look here in the sequel of In a Violent Nature 2. A little bit more worn, a little bit more distressed, a bit different than in the first one for sure. But, a summer camp setting, still will probably have some stuff happening within the woods like you did in the first one, but a little bit of a change and a little bit of a change in the look as well. So some update there on In a Violent Nature 2. Sounds like we'll be getting it before too long. And then speaking of pictures, we got some new looks at Spider-Man Noir. Hollywood Handle sharing the pictures coming from Esquire. Nick Cage playing Spider-Man Noir. We get a couple pictures there. I love the one with the rain coming down and the lightning in the back. That looks great. And that looks like a comic book panel come to life right there. And there's Nick Cage. I'm sure he's going to deliver a great Nick Cage performance. And there he is there looking out the window. So some new looks at Spider-Man Noir. Getting excited for this series to start. And then as more Scream 7 stuff continues to come out, we got a Fandango poster now. Another new poster for Scream, this one, the Fandango version. And if you look here, we got a lot of looks at the characters here. You even get Ethan Embry up here in the top left. A lot of the other new characters you can see there splattered throughout as well. McKenna Grace and such. Jimmy Tatro's character down there. And of course, Nev and Gale most prevalent. Interesting that no Matthew Lillard here on the poster. So that's one thing to look at. You got Joe McHale down here. Interesting. But I've liked a lot of the posters. This isn't necessarily one of my favorites. I do like it being the knife and the number 7, and you getting all the characters into this one pretty much, or the majority of the characters. I like that. But my favorite was still the one that was the throwback to the original Scream poster with Sidney Prescott's face on it. That's still been my favorite one. But we've also been seeing a ton of different promotions, and that continues here for Scream 7 with different theater chains. And another one we're seeing now is Regal with Ghost Pepper popcorn for Scream 7. I love all these different tie-ins that we're seeing. It's truly, a throwback to a different era, and it makes it feel, and it's just building up that excitement even more. I love the way that they decided to market Scream. Instead of giving us a bunch of trailers that are going to spoil everything, give us some trailers, some spots, but then look at all these different tie-ins they're doing with theaters, all these different posters, different drinks, different popcorns, different popcorn buckets. Super exciting, man. And, just less than 3 weeks away now. So can't wait. And then just lastly, wanted to update on another upcoming horror project. It looks like that'll be on the way. Bloody Disgusting sharing this one, and that will be Brie Larson starring in a creature feature. The title will be Skeletons, and J.T. Mullner is going to direct it, who did Strange Darling. I think he did The Long Walk as well. He's also tied into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series that's going to be coming. But the film is told from the perspective of a young boy who discovers that his parents are hiding a disturbing secret about his mother's true nature. J.J. Abrams also going to produce. So, decent little crew thus far with JT Mulliner, JJ Abrams producing, and then Brie Larson starring here in a creature feature. So maybe something to keep an eye on in the future as we wrap up Movie News Daily. As with that, the February 10th edition now into the books. Appreciate you guys checking out another one. Let me know some of your thoughts on anything that we discussed today or anything you want to talk about, movie or TV show related for that matter. Love chatting movies with you guys there in the comment section. Of course, those interactions help me continue to try and grow the channel here. Appreciate those comments, just like I appreciate you tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next one.